Hello there and a warm welcome to news across Nigeria. I'm Olumide Macaulay on today's edition. Unions in Kogi State suspend their strike action. The Department of Petroleum Resources seals off illegal stations. And curbing crime in Bayelsa State. Thank you so much for joining us. We begin with the controlled landing incident involving an aircraft belonging to Bristow helicopters earlier today. Rescue operators confirmed to Channels Television that all 11 passengers and crew on board the helicopter were rescued. The aircraft, a 5N-BJQ, which was traveling at 1,500 feet, was coming into Lagos from Port Harcourt, the River State capital. The Southwest spokesperson for the National Emergency Management Agency, Mr. Ibrahim Familoye, says that security operatives hit the ground running when they heard about the helicopter's distress.
Mission Control Center, that's a National Emergency Management Agency, COSPA Mission Control Center, picked the distress alert in a coordinate around the Atlantic Ocean. And immediately we have to dispatch the Nigerian Navy, NAMA, Nigerian Navy was able to get there as soon as possible as with the coordinates. They've been able to rescue all the 11 passengers and the pilot and co-pilot safe and alive. We cannot ascertain their state of health now until when they get to hospital. The hospital is this after medical investigation and examination, they will give statistics on that.
Meanwhile, Bristow Helicopters Limited has confirmed that indeed that helicopters was one of its own and it was involved in what it describes as a controlled ditching, an incident near Lagos at about 10:25 a.m. local time on return from an offshore platform. According to the helicopter company, the aircraft, a Sikorsky S-76C, had departed on a routine crew transfer flight offshore with 9 passengers and a crew of 2. And all persons on board have been rescued and are being transferred to a nearby installation. The company says it's in the process of collecting more information and will release more details as soon as they have that available. Away from the helicopter incident now to Kogi State, where it's been said that no state worker will go hungry under my administration. And that's from the governor, Yahaya Bello of Kogi State, which is in north-central Nigeria. Now, after an agreement reached with labor unions in the state to commence the payment of workers' salaries, the agreement also means that work will resume after more than 2 months of a strike action to demand for their wages not paid since last October.
It's a different atmosphere in Kogi State as the new administration of Governor Yahaya Bello has come to rekindle the hope that workers' welfare is paramount to the state government. While most workers here are not ignorant of the economic realities faced by many state governments and their inability to pay workers, it's still difficult to comprehend working and not getting paid, especially when it stretches for months. Workers in Kogi State have been on strike since last December, but their demand is for pay dating back October 2015.
You issued out a directive to our workers to proceed on the strike. The strike for which we started on the 23rd, we are still on the strike up till today.
That strike has now been called off after an agreement between the labor unions, the workers and the state governor.
We are here this afternoon as a father of the state and as a person who has actually appealed to us to ensure that the workers resume back their work as to allow your administration kickstart smoothly.
It's an agreement by words and on paper as a memorandum of understanding between the governor and the workers goes into effect.
The state government has agreed to pay 1 month's salary October 2015 to the state workers and pensioners, while primary school teachers and local government staffs will begin to enjoy 100% salary from January 2016.
The governor says he is passionate about workers' welfare and no one will be allowed to suffer under his watch.
In my tenure, by the special grace of God, no single worker will work and go home hungry by the grace of God. We are going to pursue the bailout fund rigorously. And by the time we have it, every amount that is being owed our workers shall be paid.
As the days roll by in this new month, the workers are hopeful that the agreement will be binding and that Governor Yahya Bello will match his words with action.
From the North Central, let's bring you a story that occurred in the southwestern part of the country. The Department of Petroleum Resources have issued a stop construction order on a property located at Block 239, Plot 14, Amuwo-Odofin, Lagos, for illegal siting of a fueling station. According to the DPR, the property owner, Precinct Oil and Gas, had already commenced construction of the fueling station without approval from the agency, thereby contravening the rules of engagement. The DPR also explains that life and property around the proposed project were in grave danger if allowed to see the light of day.
Just when residents and business owners around Lawanson Road in Surulere are learning to get over the fire incident that razed a filling station and some properties around it, somewhere in Amuwo-Odofin, somebody is secretly building a filling station in a clearly marked residential area. Nothing from the exterior of this property gives you any clue of what the managing director of Precinct Oil and Gas is hatching.
What you are doing illegal. What we have is that nobody gave you.
Worrisome also is the fact that the approval for this construction was not granted by the Department of Petroleum Resources. And so they are furious about such violation.
If you look at the right and the left and at the back of the piece of land, it's a residential area. And you cannot set a petrol station inside a residential area. So based on that fact, it was rejected. And the owner applied for a waiver. DPR, in its wisdom, revisited the site and found that the site was not suitable again and wrote a letter to the man rejecting the approval.
2 blocks away is another proposed site for the same purpose, and the request has been rejected. But not taking anything to chance, they have also put a no construction seal on the property.
Other marketers who want to move to petrol station to get approval from DPR first before starting construction. The DPR may also wish to use this as a medium also to write to Lagos State government that this site is not approved for petrol station.
Stepping up such campaign is somewhat gratifying, at least for the safety of life and property. Olu Phillips, Channels Television News.
You're watching news across Nigeria. In Edo State, 6 buildings have been damaged because of an explosion. Details when we come back. Don't go away.